Some people never ask for respect, yet always receive it. They don't seek attention, but command it instantly, and without proving their worth, everyone assumes they are valuable. This power isn't money, looks, or intelligence. It's something invisible that transforms every interaction. For over 500 years, Machiavelli's writings revealed that the most influential people use this hidden trait daily, while 99% never discover it. Today, this secret is being uncovered. Once seen, it can't be unseen. You'll recognize who has real power versus who pretends, and why some achieve everything while others fail. Write this in the comments. I choose to become the hidden force that shapes reality. Number 1. The invisible power discovery. Society has lied, teaching that power comes from being loud, aggressive, or demanding. That's fake power born of weakness. Real power operates in silence and shadows, influencing without awareness. Think of the most powerful person you've met. Do they beg for attention, brag, or dominate conversations? Likely not. They possess invisible dominance, a magnetic quality that attracts respect naturally. While others compete for attention, you'll command it. While they fight to be heard, people will listen to your every word. While they struggle for recognition, you'll be automatically respected. The devastating part, no one will even realize you're doing anything at all. Average people reveal everything, their emotions, thoughts, plans, and weaknesses, like walking advertisements of vulnerability. Invisible dominance keeps others guessing, forcing them to work to understand you, creating magnetic mystery while you stay in control. Machiavelli said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." This is the foundation of invisible dominance, controlling appearances while keeping true power hidden. Most think influence comes from being the loudest presence, but that's amateur thinking. Real influence is the unseen force, striking when resistance is impossible. Write this in the comments. Mystery is my strength. My silence is my weapon. Number 2. Why predictable people always lose. Many believe openness and transparency create trust, but in reality, it makes you controllable. If others can read every emotion, predict every reaction, and anticipate your decisions, they own you. You become their puppet. Being predictable equals having zero power. This isn't authenticity, it's foolishness. Observe those who always get what they want. They never tell everyone their business, never react emotionally to every situation, and never explain decisions to whoever asks. Instead, they hold their cards close, revealing information strategically, not emotionally, knowing that predictability is the true enemy of power. When people know how you react to criticism, they control you with it. When they know what praise excites you, they manipulate with flattery. When they understand your triggers, they push them whenever it benefits them. Machiavelli wrote, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." The deeper truth, you can judge someone's power by how much they keep hidden. Smart people treat information like gold. Weak people give it away freely and then wonder why they're used and discarded. Oversharing loses leverage. Overreacting loses respect. Over-explaining loses authority. The goal isn't mystery for no reason, but strategic revelation. What to share, when, and with whom. Information is currency. Every detail you give away is power lost. Every emotion broadcasted becomes a weapon for others. Being unreadable isn't fake, it's smart. Write this in the comments. I am unreadable, unpredictable, and unstoppable. Number 3. The silent observer's secret weapon. The person asking questions controls the conversation, not the one answering. Most think constant talking equals contribution. They fear silence and rush to fill it. This is their biggest mistake and your greatest advantage. While others talk, you learn. While they reveal strategies, you discover weaknesses. While they perform, you gather intelligence. Silent observation gives superpowers that talkers never have. You notice details others miss, topics that create discomfort, words that trigger strong reactions, lies, insecurities, and hidden agendas. People hand you this information for free, too busy talking to realize what they're exposing. Here's the smart part. Being a silent observer doesn't mean being antisocial. You remain engaged and contributing, but with precision instead of impulse. You ask thoughtful questions that make people reveal more than intended. You make observations proving you're truly listening. You share insights at the exact moment for maximum impact. But you don't volunteer personal details, you don't fill silences with nervous chatter, and you don't feel the need to comment on everything. Machiavelli said, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved." The deeper meaning, when people can't read you, they don't know whether to love, fear, or respect you. So they do all three. Every conversation becomes a game where you stay ahead by playing strategically while others merely react. People seek your advice because you listen deeply. They trust your judgment because you don't rush to conclusions. And they value your opinions because you don't share them carelessly. Write this in the comments. I speak with purpose, listen with power, and observe with advantage. Number 4. The scarcity power move. A law of human psychology most violate daily. Scarcity creates value. Availability destroys it. If you're always present, you become background noise. If you say yes to every request, your agreement becomes meaningless. If you instantly reply to every message, your attention loses appreciation. You train people to take you for granted. But by becoming selectively available, your presence becomes significant, your attention valuable, your time precious. This isn't playing games, it's human nature. People value rarity and ignore what's common. Gold is valuable because it's rare. Diamonds are precious because they're scarce. Masterpieces are priceless because they're unique. Your attention should work the same way. When you make yourself strategically scarce, people work to earn your time instead of expecting it. Your presence becomes an event, not a given. Your opinion carries weight because people know you don't share it lightly. Machiavelli said, "Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch." For everyone can see, but few can test by feeling. People judge your value by accessibility. Make it too easy, and they'll assume you're not valuable. Practically, this means you don't answer every call immediately, but respond when it fits your schedule. You don't accept every invitation, only those worth your time. You don't drop everything when someone demands attention. You give it when you decide it's appropriate. This forces others to earn your attention with respect, not entitlement. It turns your engagement into a privilege instead of a right. When you show up, people notice. When you contribute, it carries weight. When you engage, everyone pays attention because they know you don't waste energy on trivial things. Your scarcity becomes strength. Your selectivity becomes power. Write this in the comments. My time is precious. My presence is powerful. Number 5. Strategic presence. Mastery. Many believe being present means showing up everywhere, joining everything, and having opinions about every topic. They attend all events, join every conversation, and try to be involved in every decision. They assume more presence equals more influence, but they are wrong. Strategic presence isn't about being everywhere. It's about being in the right place at the right time with perfect timing. Master this, and you don't just attend events, you become the event that people remember. Random presence makes you forgettable. Strategic presence makes you unforgettable. Instead of joining every discussion, you pick the ones that matter. Instead of attending every gathering, you appear where your presence creates maximum impact. Instead of speaking whenever you have something to say, you speak when your words resonate most powerfully. This requires discipline most lack. It means saying no to good opportunities so you can dominate great ones. It means missing some moments so the moments you choose become legendary. Number 6. Emotional control mastery. This is where most people lose. They let others' actions dictate their emotions, and then emotions dictate their responses. Every day, people try to manipulate you, using praise to lower your guard, criticism to make you defensive, pressure to make you hasty, and flattery to make you careless. If you react emotionally, they win and you lose. Emotional mastery isn't about being emotionless. It's about feeling everything but responding only when it serves your goals. When insulted, feel anger but don't show it unless it's advantageous. When flattered, enjoy it but don't depend on validation. When pressured, note the urgency but don't let it rush you into bad decisions. Emotions are information, not instructions. Most people confuse authenticity with reactivity, believing that expressing every feeling instantly makes them honest. In reality, it makes them weak, predictable, and easy to control. Machiavelli said, "Whoever wishes to foresee the future must consult the past, for human events ever resemble those of preceding times." The pattern never changes. Emotional people get controlled. Controlled people stay powerful. In practice, someone provokes you to anger, so you'll say something against yourself. Pause, think, respond strategically, or don't respond at all. Someone creates fake urgency to trap you. Stay calm, ignore their artificial timeline, and make the right choice. Someone uses guilt or fear. Recognize manipulation, evaluate real options, and act in your interest. This doesn't make you cold, it makes you powerful. When chaos erupts and you stay calm, people look to you as a leader. When others panic and you remain rational, they trust your judgment. When emotions run high and you maintain control, people see you as the solution. Number 7. The power of strategic silence. Silence is one of the most powerful weapons most people never use, and many are terrified of it. They assume silence means they're not contributing, that quiet moments are awkward and must be filled, or that not talking equals no value. All wrong. Strategic silence is more powerful than any words. It creates space for others to reveal their real thoughts. It builds tension that makes your words carry massive weight. It shows confidence beyond what constant talking can achieve. But there's a difference. Awkward silence makes you seem uncomfortable, while strategic silence makes you powerful and in control. When should you use it? After making an important point, let it sink in instead of explaining or justifying. When asked a loaded question meant to trap you, pause, think, and respond on your terms. In moments of high tension when everyone talks over each other, your silence makes you the most noticeable. When pressured for immediate decisions, silence buys time and often forces others to reveal true motives. Machiavelli said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." Strategic silence is dangerous because it provides unexpected advantages. Most people lack the courage to use it. Here's the beauty. Most are so uncomfortable with silence that they'll fill it with unnecessary information. They reveal weaknesses, expose strategies, and even give away negotiating positions, just to avoid a few seconds of quiet. This is pure gold for you. While others talk to fill silence, you're learning. While they reveal information, you're calculating how to use it. While they get nervous, you become more powerful. Silence also forces people to work harder for your attention. When they know you won't react to everything, they put more thought into their words. Your words then become events instead of background noise. When you finally speak after strategic silence, people lean in, pay close attention, and remember what you said because it stands out from meaningless chatter. Write this in the comments. My silence speaks volumes. My words carry weight, and my presence commands respect. Number 8. Never reveal everything you can do. A common mistake that destroys opportunities is showing all capabilities immediately. Many think demonstrating everything builds instant credibility, proves full potential, or equals trustworthiness. But this kills power. Revealing everything up front eliminates mystery, destroys intrigue, and gives others tools to counter your strengths. You become predictable and therefore controllable. Smart people reveal capabilities strategically, piece by piece, always keeping something in reserve. They know mystery maintains power while full transparency destroys it. This principle applies to everything: your skills, resources, knowledge, and connections. Never show your full hand in the first interaction. Don't demonstrate your complete skill set unless absolutely required. Don't share everything you know just to impress. Give enough to keep people interested, but never enough for them to fully understand your potential. Machiavelli said, "He who neglects what is done for what ought to be done sooner affects his ruin than his preservation." Most people believe in complete openness about abilities, but this destroys strategic positioning. Keeping capabilities hidden serves many purposes. It lets you surprise people when they underestimate you, gives you flexibility to adapt to new information, prevents others from developing countermeasures to your strengths, and creates lasting curiosity that keeps them engaged. Here's the key distinction. You're not being deceptive, you're being selective. You answer honestly, but don't volunteer unnecessary details. You show competence, but don't display your full arsenal unless necessary. This works everywhere. Others can't copy what they don't know. People can't take you for granted if they're still discovering your abilities. You can't be manipulated with information you haven't revealed. Hidden capabilities become secret weapons. Concealed knowledge becomes strategic advantage. Unrevealed resources become insurance policies. People respect what they see, but are fascinated by what they cannot. Fascination creates influence, and influence generates power. Number 9. Creating uncertainty that works for you. Here's a psychological principle that gives massive leverage. People make mistakes when uncertain, and powerful people create uncertainty in others while staying certain themselves. When others can't predict your next move, they question their own strategies. When they can't read your intentions, they become cautious. When they don't know they're standing with you, they work harder for approval. This isn't about being difficult. It's about understanding that certainty makes people lazy, while uncertainty keeps them sharp and engaged. In any situation where one person is completely predictable, the other stops trying. No challenge, no mystery, no reason to invest effort. But with strategic uncertainty, where someone can surprise or keep you guessing positively, the dynamic remains alive and compelling. This applies to every interaction. If people know exactly how you'll react, they stop respecting your reactions. If they can predict your responses, they can manipulate them. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." The deeper truth, it's even better to be unpredictable than either feared or loved, because unpredictable people are respected. How to create productive uncertainty. Sometimes respond quickly, sometimes take time. Don't be random, be strategic. Respond fast when speed gives advantage, delay when patience benefits you. Vary emotional temperature, sometimes warm, sometimes cooler. People value your warmth more when it's not guaranteed. Don't always be available. Have real priorities that take precedence. Mix decision timelines, sometimes quick when information is enough, sometimes slower when deep thought is required. This keeps people engaged because they never know exactly what to expect. The goal is interest and engagement, not anxiety. Uncertainty should create curiosity, not stress. Write this in the comments. I am predictable in my values, unpredictable in my methods. Number 10. Becoming the hidden force. Now comes the real work. Actually becoming someone who operates with invisible dominance, not just understanding it. This transformation isn't about changing your personality, it's about upgrading your strategy. You're not becoming someone else, you're becoming the most powerful version of yourself. Start by eliminating 3 habits that sabotage influence. 1. Eliminate the need for constant validation. Stop seeking approval in every situation. Your worth isn't defined by opinions, and chasing approval makes you weak and predictable. 2. Eliminate the urge to over-explain everything. When you decide, you don't owe anyone detailed explanations. Boundaries don't require apologies. Saying no is enough. 3. Eliminate emotional reacting. Feel your emotions, process privately, then respond strategically. Your first emotional impulse is rarely the best strategic choice. Machiavelli said, "The best fortress which a prince can possess is the affection of the people." But your best fortress is self-control, because people can't manipulate what they can't predict or control. Now, build new habits. Always pause before responding to important matters. This allows strategic thinking instead of emotional reaction, and your response gains more weight. Ask questions instead of only making statements. Questions gather information while controlling the conversation. Statements merely expose your position. Become selectively available based on value, not convenience. Your time must be earned through respect, not assumed as entitlement. Speak with precision. Every word should serve a purpose. Eliminate filler, unnecessary explanations, and attention-seeking remarks. The goal is to become someone who influences situations without anyone realizing how much control you have. Be the person others turn to for leadership without demanding it. The one whose opinion carries weight without arguing for it. The one whose presence changes the energy without announcing it. This is invisible dominance in action. Maximum influence with minimum effort. Maximum respect with minimum drama. Maximum power with minimum resistance. Remember, true power works in shadows. Fake power performs in spotlights. While others fight for attention, you'll build real influence. While they demand respect through noise, you'll earn it through strategy. While they try to control through force, you'll control situations through invisible dominance. This hidden trait isn't inborn, it's developed. It's not personality, it's strategy, and like any skill, it grows stronger with use. Every day is a chance to practice invisible dominance. Every conversation lets you listen more and reveal less. Every decision is an opportunity to act strategically instead of emotionally. Every interaction is a moment to demonstrate the power of being unreadable. Start today. In your next conversation, don't try to impress. Focus on understanding. Don't fill silence. Use it strategically. Don't react to their energy. Control your own. Most people never learn this because they chase visibility instead of realizing true power works from the shadows. They focus on being heard instead of understanding influence comes from strategic listening. But you're different now. You know mystery is strength, silence is power, and invisible dominance is the ultimate advantage. In a world full of people demanding attention and respect, be the one who earns both without asking. Be the hidden force that shapes reality. If this video shifted your perspective on power and influence, hit like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more strategies. Remember, the most dangerous person is the one underestimated, because they can't be read, predicted, or controlled. Write this final affirmation in the comments. I am the hidden force that shapes my reality through invisible dominance and strategic action. Now go become unstoppable.